Magic and miracles are happening on November the 5th. It's going to be a huge, big, and bright supermoon. It's one of the top, if not the biggest and brightest supermoon of the year. Now, this supermoon is going to be in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is all about that earth sign, the material realm. This supermoon is here to illuminate how you can work with the material realm, how you can manifest success, beauty, pleasure in this material realm. So especially if you're someone who are ready to glow up in a big way, not just energetically, but physically, honey, okay? This is gonna be that supermoon is gonna change everything for you. We're talking about beautiful hair, beautiful skin, beautiful outfit, beautiful home, beautiful material things. We're talking about the coins, the finances, the money, and also the intimacy, the relationship. So if you want to know how you can work with this energy and how this energy affects you, keep on watching. We have to first begin by understanding the energies of what it means to be in a Taurian type of vibe. Supermoon, full moon is where you receive a grand manifestation, and it's also a point where things are being illuminated, right? Thinking the full moon is like a spotlight. So I always talk about the spotlight effect. Supermoon, super big, super bright, spotlight. So what this means for you is that you are going to be shown precisely, huge and bright and in your face, whether you want to see it or not, okay? Of what it is that you're ready to see, of what it is that you're ready to look at when it comes to your patterns that keeps you unsuccessful, that keeps you unmotivated, that keeps you unattractive, okay, not beautiful, okay, all of these things. In other words, you have your physical material manifestations, and it's gonna illuminate and eliminate what are the things, what are the blocks that keeps you from your material 3D manifestation. Okay, we have some arm workout over here. We wanted to go outside today. So, let's see. Thinking about this energy is going to keep you grounded. You are here in this 3D world. If you're anyone who's like me, or if you've been watching, my stuff for a while, most likely you're a light worker, a starseed, someone with expanded consciousness. You know that you came here before or come back here and in many reincarnations, and you're very aware and you're very intuitive and you're very empathic and you're very in the know, okay? So if you know all of that, sometimes it's very difficult for us to be grounded in the material realm. When we're too spiritual, we're like, in a way, we're kind of like looking down on the spiritual realm. And then we complain when things are not working. Like, for example, you want money, okay? You want hot relationship, okay? You want banging body, okay? Honey, this is our outfit here for today. Have a little situation here. We have a little, it's not really part of the outfit, but it is now. Like, we want to look good. We want nice skin, nice hair, nice teeth, nice jewelries, right? Nice food, nice drink, whatever. Like, we want these things. But actually, when we're too spiritual, we begin to kind of have some kind of dissonance with it. So what that means is that you're going to be like, oh, it's not spiritual for me to want the best expensive wine, okay, whatever, okay? Or it's not spiritual of me to wanting to eat cheese because it's not vegan or whatever, okay? And you think vegan is like, that's the status for you. And this is not to, crap on anyone's belief and practices. It's not about that. It's just about what do you actually believe that you can and cannot have or can and cannot do, because it doesn't make you a good person, it doesn't make you spiritual. And these are the myths, okay? So I'm not talking about truth, I'm talking about myths. This is when you have to realize that how are you holding yourself back from being the most beautiful, radiant, happy, successful, abundant, okay, version of you. Taurus is all about mastering the material world. It's about the coins, okay? It's about the money, dollar bills, babe. It's about security. It's about beauty. It's about pleasure. It's like we need to live a little, okay? And as much as we love fasting, as much as we love chanting, okay? As much as we love now meditating, you cannot be meditating all the time with your eyes closed. You can do walking meditation, you can do showering meditation, you can do, I don't know, eating meditation, right? Or you can just actually walk and enjoy the freaking view without thinking of meditating. So this is basically where you actually laugh at yourself when you're being too strict in the spiritual realm. This supermoon in Taurus is going to bring you a huge wave of cosmic abundance, cosmic wealth, and cosmic prosperity. But you have to make peace. Okay, the message I'm hearing for you very clear is you have to make peace with the material world. You have to make peace with we're living in kind of like this fun, I don't know if fun is the right word, it's kind of like that simulated world, this gamified world, like whatever you want to call it. But it's like these things get to be fun because if we are just infinite, eternal spirit, we don't have a form. Okay, there's no you, there's no me, there's no hair, there's no eyes, there's no, body, there's no, cute glasses, there's no, lipstick that we can, put on there, no rings, right? There's no jewelry, stuff like that, and no cars, and there's no, okay, you get the point, okay? So just know that these things in and of itself is not evil, but your judgment of them are. Because when you put a judgment on something, you bound that thing. When you judge someone for having something, maybe, oh, why do you dress up so much? You're not going anywhere. It's going to the grocery store. Okay, I don't know if you ever like judge someone like that, or like, oh, look at that guy and his like Lambo and whatever those cars are called. Like, oh, look at this person and their handbags and like whatever those brands are, right? Like you begin to like judge people on what they do, what they wear, what they have. But actually, when you begin to have these judgments, it's actually a really deep part of your subconscious secretly want those things, right? Because if you actually make peace of your world, you're not going to be hating. So how you can work with this energy to attract more abundance and prosperity and material stuff into your life is to make peace with it, okay? If you want to have beautiful skin, if you want to have beautiful hair, by the way, guys, I've been doing this like skincare, new skincare thing, which I might or may not share if you want. Skin's looking good. Okay, this is like, yeah. Anyway, I've been very shocked looking at myself as well. So anyway, aside from all of that, it's like, how do you take care of yourself, right? If you want nice skin or nice hair or nice whatever body, you need to stop judging the people who go to the gym every day and take gym selfies. You need to stop judging the people who are makeup or skincare gurus and influencers. You need to stop judging people for being like, oh, hold on, I need to brush my hair before I go out. And you're like, oh, so high maintenance. You need to stop calling people high maintenance, okay? This is the thing. The more you judge someone, the more you push it away. Because most people, they say, I want money, I want money, I want money, but they're afraid to say it. They judge people, oh, look at these rich people. They have nothing else to do than waste their money. Honey, if you have a lot of money, then you get to experience whatever you want, okay? So just be aware of your subconscious judgments and beliefs on the things that you secretly want. Because actually, when you are not aware of them, these are the things that keeps the thing away, because you say, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. But then you're also saying, this is not part of my identity. I'm not like that. I'm not someone who cares so much about my appearance, right? You pride yourself from being this au naturel or this spiritual minimalist person. And then while your skin is breaking out, your hair is falling out, your body is like going under like 10 million health issues, right? All of these things, you cannot hide that from yourself. And I've worked with so many people, and I know so many people who are spiritual enthusiasts, meaning that they are hardcore, like fasting and doing all these super extreme spiritual things, and they're the one who suffer from health issues, not prior, after they do these things, okay, or even during. They're the one who suffer with more skin problem, hair problem, health problem, body problem, and money problem, okay? And that's because these things don't make you good, don't make you spiritual, but honoring yourself, respecting yourself. Taurus is here to teach us, this Taurian full moon, supermoon is here to teach you to love yourself, self-care, self-love. How do you take time to give your hair a nice scalp massage, right? Me personally, I love going to the spa, 2 to 4 times a week for massages, for hair care, for skin care, and for stuff like that. And before I would be like, oh my God, that's so excessive. Who does that, right? But then I just realized this is my world. I get to make peace with it, and I'm so grateful that these services exist, and I get to be pampered because why not? I deserve that, right? I'm a valuable person. I am worthy. I'm deserving. So you have to be able to just change your whole mindset into thinking that, oh my God, once a while, after I beat myself up a long month of stressful work and sleepless night, and I get to treat myself to this one spa routine visit. Okay, you have to be like, you know what? How can I make this sustainable? How can I make it as my daily or weekly or whatever routine? Okay, and you don't have to be like me who goes to the spa pretty much like more than I go to the gym, but you do what works for you. Like judging me and judging what I do is not going to make you better, right? It's just you have to own what works for you, and you have to be aware of where you are judging people for doing what's best for them. If someone is glowing, if someone's healthy, if someone's thriving, you should be happy, okay? And you shouldn't be judging. So this is a reminder for you to ask yourself, where do you treat and you beat up yourself, your hair, your body, your makeup, you beat up your face, your sleep cycle, and you work yourself to the bones, and then you treat yourself for that one rare occasion, and you hope that it's going to solve all your problem. Okay, don't do that. You deserve better. Okay, you're not a piece of freaking trash. Okay, you need to speak to yourself like you're the most loving person to yourself, because you are worthy, you are valuable, you are deserving. So this Taurian supermoon is really anchoring in and illuminate the fact that you can be going out here and looking at, oh, why is the money not coming? Why is the love and real soul to soul, heart to heart connection not coming? Why is my skin like that? Why is my hair like that? Why is my body like that, right? Why the things aren't coming? But you know better that it's not from the outside. Everything is from within, babe. Everything's from within, The skin, the hair, the body, okay? The situation that you want to have in your life is really based on how you view yourself, what you believe you deserve. The universe doesn't give you what you want, okay? The universe is you inverse. It mirrors back to you your beliefs about yourself, your deep deservingness, assumptions about who you are, what you get to have. Once upon a time, I honestly believe I wasn't deserving of this, I don't know, whatever. It was like a $7 or $10 ice cream. Okay, I remember I was always going to this supermarket or whatever, and they have this really cool. In my head at the time, I was like, oh, this expensive ice cream brand, and I'm like, it's not for people like me. I could never eat that or something. And after a while, I'm just like, wait, why did I just decide that I'm not worthy of that $10 ice cream? You know what I mean? So, and then I had it, and I was like, oh, it's cool. I didn't even love it, but it's so crazy that was my belief for the longest time, that I'm not the kind of person who can eat a $10 ice cream. I don't know, maybe that's how much ice creams are, but at the time I think $10 was a lot. But that's what literally my mindset, right? And we have to work our way through prosperity and abundance because it's always there, but we've been conditioned with so much scarcity and with so much lack consciousness that we feel like, who am I to have a weekly spa day? That's so excessive. Who am I to have a weekly massage? Oh my God, I only go when my body hurts. Why? Let me ask you, why? Why do you only go when there's something wrong? But why can't you incorporate it part of your self-love and self-care routine? Your hair deserves love, your face deserves love, your teeth deserves love. Okay, I've been going to the dentist a lot lately. Um, and you know that your body deserves you caring about it. And I don't want to go on and on and on about it, but I feel like some of you guys really need to hear this. If this is you, drop me a heart emoji, give this a like, because I honestly feel like we need to have open and honest conversations about this, because there's a deep sense of guilt and shame for looking good, for wanting to look in the way we want to look, wear what we want to wear, okay? And I know for me that ever since I became like spiritual or whatever, I became more conscious of how people judge me. I mean, I was always like a self-conscious, before, but when I became spiritual, it was like a different kind of like being afraid to be judged. Like, oh my God, now what if I have a sip of this wine when I'm in Italy? They're gonna think that I am like a toxic, false person, And oh, what if I stop eating, vegan, and people gonna stop following me online? Honestly, that was my thought. Okay, when I was vegan for like 4 to 5 years, and then when I knew it was not right for me, I was so scared to tell my online audience. I was so scared to tell my clients because I thought they would judge me, and I thought they would be like thinking that I'm like some fake guru or whatever, But ever since, I do what's best for me, and I know that my body knows, my heart knows, I'm always guided. And when I find harmony within my world and within the spiritual realm, I am literally so free. I am so happy, I don't need to be wearing mala beads, okay? We like the mala beads, but we also like the pearls, we also like the diamonds, we also like the sapphire, we also like the gold, baby. Okay, we like hand knitted, purses, and we like the Louis Vuitton, and we like the Chanel, and we like the whatever. Okay, I just really believe that once you are awakened to this fact, this truth, that you're meant to be in harmony within yourself first. Your outer world will show you what harmonious skin looks like. Okay, what harmonious hair, what harmonious wealth, what harmonious income, what harmonious relationship is gonna look like. And something I also want to mention is the energy of intimacy and sensuality, because Taurus also rules that part. So this is going to be the time where you want to ask yourself, am I in touch with my feminine energy, my divine feminine energy? Am I in touch with my sensuality? Okay, am I in touch with the part of me that welcome fun, not really fun, but like goodness and feel goodness and pleasure into my life? And pleasure can mean anything. I feel like we are so disconnected from pleasure in our life. Pleasure is taking the time uninterrupted to enjoy that brownie and not checking and scrolling on TikTok while you're eating that brownie. Right? Intimacy is not just in the bedroom, but intimacy is when you're sitting at the dinner table, your eyes and your presence is there. You're looking at that person and you're not looking at the people behind them. Okay? You're not looking around and you're not checking your Apple Watch and you're not checking your iPhone and you're not checking your whatever other devices people have now, right? Your Meta glass, I don't know what it's called, honestly. Right? You're not checking these devices, and you are connected with your loved ones. Presence, okay? That's intimacy. So remember that when you are so caught up in all the noises in this world, you begin to lose that juiciness of life, right? When you are connecting with yourself and your sensual energy, it's not just in the bedroom, it's how you put on your makeup. Or you're like, I gotta go, or you're like taking the time to look cute, right? And what about choosing your outfit? Okay, yeah, this will do. Or you're like, how do I feel today? Okay, I'm feeling, Belle from Beauty and the Beast vibe. So when I have some, yellow dress situation, right? Like taking the time and play and, tap into your sensuality and your divine feminine energy. And this is what I teach inside my divine feminine activation, okay? And if this interests you, the link is down below. Wealth comes to you as a divine feminine through the energy of receiving, receptivity. When you don't know how to slow down, when you don't know how to enjoy every bite of that strawberry or that brownie, when you don't take the time to be present with the ones you love, with yourself, in the sacred moments in your morning before you go to sleep, when you don't know how to softly smile, when you don't know how to embody your divine beauty, and you always look for beauty in terms of outer appearance. When people take my Divine Feminine Energy Activation class, which a bunch of trainings in there, from wealth to beauty to love to all of that, people get complimented. Not just like, hey, you're hot and you're sexy, they get that too. But it's like, hey, your inner beauty is glowing. Your radiance is beyond visible. Like, people get complimented on their beauty from the inside out. That's the God glow. Okay, so that if that interests you, down below is the Divine Feminine Energy Activation. Or if you want a 21-day energy makeover, Sparkling New Me is something I also really recommend. Okay, these are my two beautiful Divine Feminine activation type of programs for you to tap back, guys. Tap back. I feel like we've so disconnected from our natural world. We've been so disconnected, and we just become robots and just do, and we just become judgmental pricks, and we just don't know how to love ourselves properly. And when we don't know how to love ourselves properly, we cannot love others properly. So if you want a thriving relationship, healthy relationship, okay, not just someone to, bang or whatever they call it these days, right? You want real connection, right? You want everlasting love. It has to begin with yourself. How you treat yourself behind the scenes when no one's watching. How you show up for yourself, how you take care of yourself, your heart, your soul, your body. Okay? So don't feel weird or guilty about taking good care of yourself, and don't judge yourself and don't judge others on whatever they're doing. It's none of your business. Okay? Focus on you. That's the problem. When people focus on outside, you lose track. Okay? All right. I'm out. Happy full moon. And this is Tina Wong. I love you so much. I'm here every day, so if you feel called to subscribe, and like this video to let me know that you appreciate our vibe. Love you, love you.